Okay, so this is not good for us Alchemy Stars players. So, allegedly, because this is a rumor, allegedly. I'm just saying allegedly because we don't know if this is true or not, and the thing even says unconfirmed slash rumor. So, Alchemy Stars CN EOS incoming data mine found text stopping game recharge and registration. Tennessee Games also announced stop being monthly card purchase. So, I don't know much about code if I'm being honest, but I imagine. Well, I mean, I can just read the thing. So, one of the things says SCR common close create role registration has been closed. SCR common stop pay. Sorry, the game recharge service has been stopped. Announcement removal of White Knight Aurora enjoy card closed. Analysis for the reference. Okay, so and I'm assuming this is just okay, so that's that in that language. Okay, so this is not good because I saw someone actually talk about this in the Alchemy Stars Reddit, so let's do that. This is not good, honestly. There are even people asking about like how like this is the end for Alchemy Stars. But before that, I'm gonna open this so I don't forget. But there was something in here about okay. So it was this. It was this that kind of made me think about this. So the current state of Alchemy Stars. Let me turn this off so I can see. I'm gonna be super transparent. I'm genuinely worried. I started this game earlier in the year for this character, but slowly began to love all of it in such a short amount of time. Thinking about the possible EOS when that's very avoidable is gut wrenching. So for now, I just want to list out some things that could be problems since they are weighing on my mind. This is more me yabbing than anything, so don't take this too seriously. The lack of advertising, I swear I have seen little to no official advertising for Alchemy Stars at all this year. The only reason why I even discovered the game was through word of mouth, and that's no valuable way to keep your game alive in conversation. I don't know. I think I would have to disagree because it could be one of those things to where if one person hears about it, then another person can play it and then can kind of keep the game alive a little bit that way, since there have been so many things that I've like went out of my way to start playing because I've heard people talk about it. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a really good example because I play Yu-Gi-Oh! And I heard about Yu-Gi-Oh! Obviously through the anime, but through word of mouth too. So like it's definitely, I do agree that Alchemy Stars does not, well, I'm speaking in present tense, but past tense, doesn't really have a lot of good advertisement. The only time you really hear about Alchemy Stars is when they do collabs, which I'm gonna come back to that in a second. I just remembered I'm gonna come back to that in a second. But word of mouth is a good way to get people to get into something, but there also should be more advertising than just having people talk about it through word of mouth. Anyways, where was I at? Okay. Other games like Wawa, ZZ, etc. all push their ads like their life depends on it. I seriously think if they just push their game more, it could be better. I have to agree. But then at the same time, as a rebuttal, a lot of other games don't really do that. Like the only time I really see ads about other games is when there are like collabs going on or anniversaries or anything. But most of the times, besides like the games you mentioned, like ZZZ, WA, Dragon Ball Legends also does push their game a lot. Dokkan does the same thing. Genshin, you know, the big boys in the gacha game industry. But other than that, like a lot of other games don't really push their stuff, like I said, except when they do collabs. Think about it. When was the last time you've seen a like ad for Grand Summoners or Lost Claudia, like just randomly, besides when they do collabs or anniversaries? So just rebuttaling a little bit, but I do agree they definitely could do that. But yeah, the game is genuinely super fun and beginner friendly, but if no one's here, if no one hears about it, then who in the world is gonna play it? Most veterans I've seen only get to do their dailies, while others don't even have the game installed. Yeah, I know. I definitely don't have this game installed. Like, the last time I actively played Alchemy Stars was the Persona 5 collab, and that was a while ago because they did a collab with like Dragon Maid, but I've never seen the anime, so I'm not gonna flip everything over to go play Alchemy Stars with a collab with the anime that I've never seen. Like, I know about Dragon Maid obviously because it was popular a few years back, but I've never gone out of my way to watch it, and it's not one of those games that I would personally go to, like, you know, like I said, flip everything to play it. Some games I would, like, for an example, if Unison League, which by the way right now they are celebrating their 10th anniversary, which is crazy to think about, but like if Unison League did a collab with Jujutsu Kaisen, I would be all over it because like I said before, I like Jujutsu Kaisen. The ending still was not the best, but I still like the show. And Unison League is something that, you know, I would definitely go back and play if they did that. But if they did a collab with, like, I don't know. Actually, perfect example. They did a collab with Konosuba earlier this year, and I did not reinstall because I like Konosuba, but it was one of those things where it's like, you guys have already done this, and and besides, I didn't feel like coming back at that time. As for newer players, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Obviously, new people are joining, but they need money more than anything. There has to be a somewhat consistent flow of new players so that the game can stay afloat. Management issues. I didn't know too much, so correct me if I'm wrong, but many people on management have left. This combined with the different servers being managed by a split team is troublesome. Too many glitches, not enough fixes to keep things balanced. Also the supposed time from a bug discovery to fix seems abysmal. Not all the time though. Also in the game, the rerun book, me personally, since I don't have any of the other skins, it wasn't a problem for me, but there are others that were severely off-put by them regurgitating old costumes. I don't know, hopefully this isn't doom posting because I'm more frustrated than anything. I can only hope that if the end is nigh, they aren't just gonna make a new game. Okay. Interesting. Like I said, I played Alchemy Stars a lot back in the day, but now I haven't, and it's just because it's one of those games to where I could play it 24/7, but I just really don't feel like it. I have other games to play. So there's that. There's also like the fact that when I was playing it, they didn't have auto battle, and the fact that it wasn't on PC either. There's a lot of things that they could do about this, but yeah, normally, like I said, games that are landscape, I normally don't like playing because I don't like having to hold my phone a certain way. I prefer portrait, so that way, you know, I'm able to do other things on my phone. But yeah, so there's a lot of factors with that, and I just remembered I said I was going to go back to this. So this is the joke. But if you know, in the gacha game community, there is a boogeyman of sorts, and that boogeyman is Persona 5. If you know, you know. Okay, Persona 5. The Persona 5 collab has claimed a lot of bodies. Okay, they've claimed Dragalia Lost, Sword Art Online. Wow. There's more. No. Oh yeah. Full Metal Alchemist. I forgot about that, and a lot more. Okay, whenever a company does a collab with Persona 5, it's kind of GG's. Kind of, because there are some games too where they've done collabs with Persona 5, but they're still alive. But usually, if a game does a collab with Persona 5, I wouldn't say you should be worried, but just kind of be a little bit on edge. But yeah, so that's a joke, by the way. That's just a joke. I just had to get that in there. But yeah, so yeah, I think another thing too is Alchemy Stars does not have a lot of collabs since, like I've said, they've had the Persona 5 one and they had the Dragon Maid one. If they really wanted to make this game like be more out there, well, first they would have to definitely advertise it more, because that's the main thing right there. I do agree with what this person was saying about how, you know, it doesn't have a lot of ads, sure, but if they did more collabs, there'd be more people talking about it. People will make videos on it, and it would help, you know, spread the game's growth more than, you know, just doing the Persona 5 collab and the Dragon Maid collab. Because I imagine they probably have, okay, maybe not, but I'd imagine that they have enough to do a collab with something popular. So there's that. Let's see what these comments are saying, actually, because I'm very curious. Okay, I don't know much about like all the issues that this has. Also, this game is big too. Okay, this game is gigantic. Like when you download this game, it's like 18 gigabytes, which is ridiculous, by the way. Something I don't understand is big games not being on PC. Oh, anniversary's supposed to be coming up. Oh no. Oof. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I have a feeling if Alchemy Stars is gonna shut down, it's gonna be after your anniversary, because every game who is close to shutdown always does anniversary, and then immediately afterwards they exit. So that way they're able to get enough, they're able to get basically scrape in as much money as they can before they leave. So if Annie is coming up, I would advise you to not spend money on it, because we might be near the end of Alchemy Stars. Well then, anniversary. Yeah. So, yeah, I think there was something else. Okay, let me see what these are saying too. Okay. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, so I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. I will say that this comment, where is it at? This comment right here, making an offline version, I hope they do too, so that way the game doesn't become lost media, and that way we're still able to play it, even though, you know, they're just not gonna have the servers running anymore, which, like I said, companies should do. And yeah, have you ever played Alchemy Stars? Do you think this game is gonna shut down soon, or at least, okay, the global version, because we know that this one is shutting down soon, because, well, allegedly shutting down soon. But do you think this is gonna hit all of them? Since there are times to where when one part of a game shuts down, it doesn't mean that the other one is. Since it's kind of like with Pokemon Unite Pokemon Masters, to where the Vietnam version of the game shut down, but the global and other servers of the game are fine. So this could be what happens with this. I hope it does, because like I said, Alchemy Stars is fun, but it just lacks advertisement, all that other stuff. But with that being said, I'm going to end the video here, and I hope I don't have to make an update talking about, like, man, guys, Alchemy Stars is gone, but I guess we'll have to play it by ear and see what happens. All right, well, you know, sometimes it's just good to sit on a video, because you never know what type of updates could happen. So yeah, the other part I recorded earlier today, because I wasn't sure if Alchemy Stars CN was gonna shut down, since people data mined the end of service, and I said in that part, as you saw, that this is just a rumor, but here we are now. Here we are, 47 minutes ago. that it is actually shutting down January 24th, 2025. And it's like what I said earlier. It's like what I said earlier to where if a mobile game does a collab with Persona 5, you should be scared. Okay, like I said, there are some games that made it out the mud, but there are a lot that unfortunately haven't, and Alchemy Stars, the CN version at least, did not make it out. So yeah, let's see if they have this in English or not. I imagine if they don't. Can I translate this? Okay, White Knight Aura? What the? Is this what Alchemy Stars is called out there? I'm sorry, data. Okay, so it looks like there's gonna be a offline version, the special edition, which can be downloaded via the App Store or updated directly on the existing game. Clients will be saved as an offline client on the operator's mobile device. Okay, so that's. It seems like they're gonna do an offline version of this. So, I guess if the global version does shut down soon, hopefully they follow the same blueprint and just make an offline version of it to where you can still kind of do stuff on there. I doubt it, honestly, because I doubt it. It would be cool, but I doubt it. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. Okay, so thank you, buddy. Okay, so game shuts down in CN January 24th, 2025. One last main story update. Special offline version announced will be accessible through download or by updating the game client. Some pulls to play around with this manner. Okay, so what happens with global? It will keep going until they announce EOS as well, though it seems close considering every banner ends in 2 to 3 days, and there is no announcement for new releases. There is no event either. Hasn't been for a week. Yeah. If the global version hasn't had an update for like a week or anything, and everything ends in 2 days, that's normally a sign that EOS is soon. Since I think Dissidia did the same thing to where it was like, we didn't get any content for a while, and then when the banners ended, they're just like, all right, guys, we're shutting down. So yeah, I don't know. I like I said, I guess we'll have to wait and see, but it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Does not look good for Alchemy Stars Global. But like I said in the last video, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, this little update for this version of Alchemy Stars.